What is up? What's going on, guys? Trizzle here, tuning in, bringing you guys another great 3-star video here at Town Hall 9. Today I'm actually going to be bringing you guys a variation of the very popular, very strong HGH, and that's where it ends, guys. With this particular variation, all you actually need is a CC full of giants. And as we'll actually see, it actually turns out to be a very strong attack. Now with this army, we do have a couple different variations that we can actually use. The primary army will actually consist of a clan castle full of more giants. The other variation that I'll be showing you guys is with a CC Pekka, which actually ends up working remarkably well. There is another variable that you can actually tweak, and that actually has to do with bringing a jump spell. I will talk a little bit further on that. However, what it boils down to is the fact that you can actually trade out one of the jump spell for one of the rage spells, and that way you would end up bringing two heals, 1 rage, 1 jump, instead of the 2 heal and 2 rage that you'll see on a couple of the different attacks. So I just wanted to mention that, guys. I know that we would typically use a bowler CC with this particular army, but what I'm finding out is that it's not necessarily needed. So that's definitely something that's quite interesting, especially if you're farming, guys. You don't need to keep requesting bowlers. You can actually use this to get some dark elixir as quickly as possible and go about getting those heroes farmed up. So without further ado, I'm going to just go through a couple attacks with you guys and showcase how strong this army really is. And here we go. Alright, so here we've got the first attack. A couple quick pointers. You're going to approach this the same way that you would any HGHB normal raid. You're going to want to try to approach either a corner of the base. You're going to want to approach in a manner that allows you to deal with the archer queen in a timely manner, B, approach so that when you attack the air defense, they're not flanking your army and therefore taking out your healers. You also want to make sure that you use those rage spells pretty early on in the rage. That way you can get your giants into the base, into the core. One thing I have found is that even with max level walls, I can actually get away with not bringing a jump spell. Now I know this can almost seem counterintuitive, but because of the back end hogs really getting in there and taking out the other side of the base, it really actually ends up working because it gives you another spell that you can use with your kill squad rather than just the jump. So once you get that going, the main part of your army, you're going to go ahead and release the hogs on the back end adjacent to the army. Hopefully your xbows will be tanked by either the giants or the king or something in the core. And then from there, you just want to raid your hogs, try to keep them up as long as possible. On this particular army, on this particular attack, excuse me, it was a very close attack. It came down to pretty much a clutch ending. However, you'll also notice that I'm actually using pretty low heroes. I know that some of you guys, may not consider a level 16 queen very low. But promise me, guys, it is, especially when I combine that with the fact that I have a level 10 king. This is my 3rd account, and I have been farming it, but I just haven't been able to get the heroes up as high as my other accounts. But still, 3-star for the Legion. Again, pretty much standard composition. You're going to be using 15 giants, 4 healers, 4 to 6 wizards, 13 hogs, either 2 heal, a rage and a jump, or 2 rage, 2 heal. I've been experimenting between using either 2 poison spells or bringing one poison spell and bringing a skeleton spell. That way it gives it a little bit more strength, so to speak. So here we have the second attack. And again, another max Town Hall 9 base. Of course, we're going to try and get in there, take out the Archer Queen, take out the xbows, and not have the air defense take out our healers. So you want to drop in a corner, get those healers down, get your wizards down to funnel, followed by the queen, get that raid spell down fairly quickly, followed by the king, followed by the CC other giants that you're bringing. One thing I've realized, guys, is that those level 8 giants, they will stay up for a very long time. They represent a huge amount of HP, and when you combine, you know, the 6 of them, their DPS is actually pretty high. They can work their way through, you know, max walls, level, you know, 9 walls, you know, without a problem. You might have to bang on it for, you know, 1 or 2 attacks, but they're still able to process, you know, it and work their way through the base, which says a lot considering it's just, you know, the clan castle giants and nothing else. But the other thing I did want to mention, guys, is that if you want to try using the skeleton spell, just make sure that you're kind of analyzing and seeing what's going to be the most beneficial place to drop that. One of the things that I've done to help save the raid a couple times is to drop the skeleton spell either right on an expo, or, you know, something that is still high value while it's targeting something else, or possibly even to distract to save the hogs or whatever's left up. So pretty versatile, and again, it's really good for farming because you don't have to rely on requesting high level troops. You can just request, you know, plain old giants, which for the most part people don't have any problems donating. Alright, so that was pretty much it, guys. I do have a couple more attacks I am going to showcase for you, but these were just a couple attacks that I did. Next we're going to be taking a look at a couple attacks done by Gustavo, and then there's also a variation with just a Pekka. So very cool, very cool stuff. Definitely want you guys to try this out. Make sure you keep watching the rest of the video. Trizzle tuning out.